All right, we're recording. I'm still getting used to Zoom, so y'all forgive me if I fumble around because it is nothing like the old program we use, but it's better because it holds a better connection. Anyway, welcome to Team Training. We are going to be talking today about YouTube for your business, and I'm going to kind of give you like my tips for keeping it simple. If YouTube is your main, like if you want to just focus on YouTube as your first platform, then you're going to do some things a little differently, and I'll kind of show you like best practices for YouTube because I've actually been growing my YouTube this year. It's been a focus of mine. My daughter wants to do a gaming channel when she turns 13 in 2019. I don't even want to think about that, but because then I'll cry. But she wants to do a gaming channel, and she'll be old enough at 13. And so actually I wanted to grow mine to help her with hers. And it actually has brought me in a couple of prospects, and then they became members and they want to build. So it's also grown my Facebook some too. So I was kind of surprised by that. So I wanted to put that out there for some of you all. You know, I always say, pick a platform that's your favorite that you want to start with and master one first. But YouTube is something that you'll be able to use while maybe if you want to build Facebook first.
Hey, Mel, sorry to interrupt.
That's okay.
The link's not posted. You may need to start over.
Well, no, it's the same link every week. It's up in the units. Is somebody asking for it?
Well, I was asking for it earlier, but I just went back to an old training.
Yeah.
So I just didn't know if that's why people weren't on.
And I'll make sure that I say it. No, that's okay. I'll make sure that I say it too. Let me go find it really quick. I'll make sure that I say that it's the same link and you just go to that same, it's in the units under Team Training and the link to join in live. And let me post that somewhere. I have it. I know I do.
Sorry, I know you're recording. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. I'm glad you did. No apologies. That's fine. That's good, actually, because I didn't even think about it. I don't think I've actually said it's the same link, and it won't take me.
I posted the link on it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I did. That's the one thing I do like about Zoom. It's the same link every week, so I don't have to always post it, but people probably aren't used to that because usually I do. All right, cool. Well, hopefully some people hop on with us, and if not, then they can catch the recording. That's cool. All right. So anyway, it can help you build your other social media platforms. So we're going to get into that real quick. I wanted to pray really fast. I want to talk about Help 5, just kind of do some, other things before we hop into the full-on YouTube training because I'll geek out on y'all, and talk about kind of what we want to do next, okay? So let's go ahead and pray. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for everybody that is on live today and for all those who will watch the replay. We thank you for our team, and we thank you for each other. And we just pray that you would bless every single family that's represented in our team who are trying to better their lives. We pray for favor on each and every one of us as we go out and we try to leave an impact on the world, Lord. We ask for wisdom. Show us where there are needs that we can fill. We ask that you would bring us the right people at the right time that we can help and bless, and who we can bring into our communities and love on. And we just thank you for all the opportunities and open doors that you're going to bring to all of us. We're going to give you praise on credit, Lord, because we know you're good for it. We love you. We thank you. We honor you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. I want to make sure I do that on every training. That's important to me. I used to do that way back when I first started trainings, and then I got really geeked out on stuff and forgot, and I always want to put God first. So, because that's the kind of team we are. Help 5, I wanted to just remind everybody that is, I got it last month. It's no lie, it's the first month. I went for it. I actually got it. I was super excited. So I'm going to get like a vegan leather journal, which is cool. It's just, if you help 5 people either enroll, or if you already have members and you get them on Essential Rewards, if you do 5 of those, they send you like something. Like this month, it's a Thieves Veggie Wash, and then you get like several different bags that are like Young Living is on the bag. So you get the logo on there, which is just kind of cool because if you like Young Living, we like to geek out with stuff like that. So, don't be afraid to go for that. It is not easy to get every single month, but it is doable. And, if you work with the people who are under you too, if you have people under you yet, getting them on Essential Rewards is really important for your business anyway. And I have found being very direct with people, saying you really should get on Essential Rewards. You want to be consistent with your products. I'm much more direct now than I was even a couple years ago. Because I used to kind of just hope people would just want to get on Essential Rewards the way that I did. But no, a lot of times people really like to be told what to do. And so I make it a suggestion, and I'm very honest about it. I'm like, you want to use the products? And if somebody's like, well, I'm not ready to reorder yet. And I'll go, well, it's been a month and you've got your kit. You should be running out of some of your oils by this point. And I try to get them to start looking at supplements, to be honest, because I love our oils, but you all, I don't think people really understand what our supplements have done for me. It is, I can't really even be compliant and say it, so I'm not going to be compliant here with just our team. I mean, the cortisol, I had sky high cortisol. And I think a lot of women do. If you're run down and you just, your sleep cycle's off and you got a lot of stress, cortisol is amazing. It will, now I had my cortisol tested. You don't have to. You can take it and see if you feel better. And I take it at night because mine gets very high at night. If you are like wired at night and really sleepy all day, you ought to think about the cortisol. Thyromin with my thyroid issue, that's a no-brainer. Endogize, I mean, I'm taking a lot of stuff, especially the one I recommend to everybody. Of course, Ninja, but you know what? I have changed my tune about the Ninja. I still love it, okay? I still recommend it. But you know what I recommend before I recommend Ninja? And I don't know how well this is going to work out for me, but this is what I've been doing. Our Lifetime probiotics and our enzymes, because those, and now I'm not going to be compliant, so don't be telling the FDA on me. Those eliminate all my IBS symptoms and help me with my depression and anxiety. People do not, and I didn't even understand the extent of your gut health affecting your emotional health. So I start recommending those to people right off the bat. And even with kids that have behavioral issues, I've done a lot of research on this. If you can get their gut health better, you see an improvement. So I recommend our kids' probiotics, since we have them now, and our kids' enzymes, because they are huge. They help my daughter a lot. She kind of had a little bit of depression going on, and I supplemented vitamin D. She put her on the probiotics once we got them. She's been on the enzymes for a while. Those two, probiotics and enzymes, are huge game changers in people's health, like insane. So I start recommending supplements because when you think about it, people may not consistently use their oils, but they will consistently use supplements for the most part. You kind of have to stay on them a little bit. And I'm kind of mothering people a little more, like, did you take probiotics? How do you like them? I've upped my follow-up game. So just to put that out there for you, don't be afraid to approach people about Essential Rewards and go for it. So anyway, it's nice to have the Help 5 stuff because you just get extra stuff. I mean, it's nice. So last thing for you guys just to think about before we hop into YouTube, we are going to do about 3 more team trainings. So let me look at my planner. Let me look at the dates. So that'll get us to the end of October, and November the 6th will be our last team training for the year. And I'm going to do that because the closer we get to like Thanksgiving and Christmas, the more people kind of drop off from watching the team trainings. Now, they're still watching on Facebook, so you still want to be present on Facebook, because they are. I mean, a lot of times, honestly, people go to Thanksgiving, and what do? They sit around looking at their phones and showing each other stuff on their phones. You know what I mean? So it is a good time to grow your business. I'm not saying that. Hey, Megan. But as far as team training, I would rather you guys be out, doing your thing, doing your shopping and talking to people. And, if you want to go back and rewatch some of our trainings, we've done some really good ones here in the last couple of months. So it's if you're like wanting training, go back and maybe rewatch stuff. I rewatch our own stuff. It's painful sometimes to watch myself. Like today, I'm a hot mess, but that's life. And sometimes I'll just listen while I'm walking on my treadmill and I won't actually look at myself. But if you have, now I have some ideas of what to do the next few weeks, because I know some things that people are struggling with. But if you have something, if you're like, I really want to know how to do this, or I'm having an issue with this, or how do you handle objections? How do you, whatever it is, if you have something, even if we've done it before and you want me to revisit it, just let me know. Put it in the comments. I'll post the recording of this in the Essential Healthy Lifers group. So just stick it in the comments. If there is ever a burning question, you're like, don't be afraid to ask me, because that gives me ideas of how to help you and what kind of training to do. I want this to serve a purpose for you. I don't want to just for it to be something else on your thing to show up for on your schedule. I want you to learn something. I want it to help you. So whatever it is, don't be afraid to ask. If you have to private message me, that's fine. But put in the comments if you can think of anything that you want me to cover. Let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. That helps me. I like it when you tell me stuff. So just helps me to know what to do. All right, so let's talk about YouTube. So it's really funny because my daughter runs a YouTube channel, and we were at homeschool co-op the other day, and there was another little girl was talking about she wanted to really do well on YouTube, and one of the other girls said, well, YouTube is really going down. I got really tickled because no, it's not. YouTube is not going to go anywhere. It's been around a really long time, and there's a reason for that. Now, there was some rumblings about how IGTV was going to take over YouTube and replace it. No. YouTube is a search engine, and you need to know that because, people come to Facebook and they scroll. But when they come to YouTube, okay, Megan, prospecting strangers. Okay, let me write that down. Prospecting strangers. That's a good one. All right. Because if I don't write it down, I'll forget. Okay, cool. It's not going anywhere. It's a search engine. So Facebook people scroll, right? They're just kind of there. They may come to your page. Most of the time, it's just you show up in their feed. Because think about, whenever you're thinking about people's habits, think about how do you use it, okay? So what do you go to YouTube for? Most of the time, you're like, my husband has fixed our car I don't know how many times. I'm driving a 2000 Jeep Cherokee that only has 130,000 miles on it, okay? So, but it's old. It's 18 years old, so things rust, things break down. He has to replace things, and he would rather do it himself than take it to somebody and possibly, them not really fix it. So, which is fine by me. So, he will YouTube how to how to replace a radiator. I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. I don't even know car parts. Or, I've done how to make bone broth in a crock pot. I'm trying to think. You probably have searched different things too. How to knit. I did my whole website, how to make a website, with WordPress. I did all of that. Sometimes it drives me crazy because it's hard to find somebody with an American accent that I can understand doing the website stuff for some reason. But so it's a lot of, how-tos and things like that. But there are also, like, sometimes I like to geek out on, stuff about faith because I'm always interested in that. Or, I used to watch a lot of homeschooling stuff, people showing their homeschooling rooms. There's also a big trend right now. Now, I don't understand this. Y'all can let me know. But people that clean get a lot of views, which is cool. I've watched a few myself, but that's kind of that's a niche. So it's like people clean their house and then they speed it up in fast motion, and you're literally just got music and you're watching them fast motion clean their house. Maybe that's kind of soothing for some people. Maybe it's, like a way to just kind of chill out. Sometimes I like to watch dancing videos or, different, like, things like that. I'm more into things like that. But, if I'm just wanting to mellow out and take a few minutes to laugh, I like funny videos, things like that. So, I think it's just really funny, but more power to you. Whatever it is, there is a niche for it on YouTube, whatever you're doing. Mine, I do a lot of personal development, faith talk, and essential oils because they all kind of go together for me. And I talk about teaching kingdom principles. So I have finally tied it all together because it kind of took me a while to figure out how to word it because I knew what I was trying to do. And so I tie everything in together. Personal development, you're growing yourself so you can be who God called you to be. Faith talk, you're getting to know God and you're relying on your faith to be, to do what you're supposed to do in the world. And then essential oils go right in with that because you're taking care of your temple so that you can be able to step into doing what God's called you to do. So for me, they all go together. And so they're all right there together. The more niche down you can get, the better. So it goes back to figuring out what other things are you going to share and how can you put all that together, okay? Now, you could do just essential oils. And I have seen some people that have a pretty large following. You're going to, if you do just essential oils, what's going to happen, and this even happened with me, you're going to pick up other Young Living people. And a lot of times it's people who are not getting any kind of education from their upline, and they're just looking for, you know, for that. Now, I'm going to tell you, you need to be very compliant in what you put on YouTube, okay? Because I had compliance conduct was called on me back in the spring, and I had to spend 6 very long weeks going through everything I've ever posted. Just because I think somebody, it must have been a Young Living person on, now they don't tell you this, but I know it was YouTube because they focused very much on my YouTube. And I had to delete several videos just because I did goofy things like, you know, we're not really supposed to talk about Amazon or Walmart or Target in a negative way, saying, you know, don't get crappy oils at Walmart. And I seem to do that in every video. So my other stuff was compliant. I just kept talking about Walmart and Target and Amazon. And I wasn't allowed to do that. Now, if you're saying something good about them, it's okay. But if you're like, don't buy their crappy oils, don't buy their crappy makeup, they don't want you like downing another company. And that's where my big flag was. It was like, oh crap, I did that in a lot of videos. So you do want to make sure that, you know, you don't make any medical claims or anything, like use the supports, you know, thing that we always do. Most of y'all are pretty, you know, if you're new, we can teach you that. We have training for that. And it becomes very easy. Like we say, it supports your respiratory system. It supports better night's rest. We know what to say. It's just sometimes I get a little loose on how I'm describing something when I'm on a video because I'm comfortable and I'm just talking. So I have to be a little bit more aware. But even the people that are from Young Living that are following you will help grow you. Because although I was getting a lot of them, I picked up a couple of really great people from YouTube who were looking for somebody because they didn't have an oil lady. And they saw me, and all of them said, so amazing. They said, I just feel like God placed you in front of me, and I agree with your values. So because I had my faith stuff with my oil stuff, they were like, oh, she likes, you know, Jesus too. She likes this faith stuff too. So this is who I want to be my crazy oil lady. So I thought that was really surprising to me about YouTube because I didn't know much about it, and I just thought, okay, I'm going to see what happens with it. And because I shared some extra things, then they were more inclined to pick me, right? Which is good. Okay. Your videos are searchable on YouTube long term. So I still have people watching my videos from 2 years ago. You know, and here's what I do. And I'm just going to say, it's not going to go away. YouTube's not going anywhere. People use it. It's massive. It's not going anywhere. Your videos are going to be there for a long time. So I'm going to give you some tips for, you know, how to keep getting them like discovered. Okay. And it all comes down to just like a couple of technical things. Okay. So, let's talk about how to have a great YouTube channel. So you do not have to have a perfect video. I just want to go ahead. I'm going to like skip to that for just a second. Well, no, I'll come back to it. Hold on. Like aesthetically, you want to have a great banner at the top of your YouTube channel and preferably put your face on it. Just like with Facebook, I don't like when somebody has like their dog or their kids without them in it, right? People need to see your face to know who you are and they cannot connect with you. Think about it. If you see somebody on YouTube and they've got, on Facebook and their profile picture is like a star or it's, you know, something weird, or it's like Betty Boop, or I've seen some weird things. You tend to go, ew, I don't know. It's kind of creepy to me. So always have your face. Have a good picture of your face if you can. And if you want to have your family in it, fine, but show yourself. Okay. So on YouTube, put your face somewhere there. And then y'all got to mute out. Somebody's got to mute out. Hang on. Oops. Sorry, Donna, I unmuted you. Okay. All right. Let me see. I'm skipping around. Okay. Now we're going to talk about videos. You want to consistently upload videos. Y'all know my word, consistently. It's your favorite. I know. You want to consistently upload videos. That is up to you. I would say at least once a week. But the good news is you can film a whole bunch of them. If you're not going to like do what I do, and I'll tell you what I do in a minute. If you want to just work on YouTube, you need to pick like whatever day of the week, whatever time you're going to upload, and you can schedule it just like you can on Facebook. You can schedule your upload. And up somewhere in your banner, you want to say new videos every Tuesday or new videos every Friday, whatever it is, just to let them know when to look for you. Okay. So now let's talk about videos. Of course, I know you've seen like really nice edited videos on YouTube with the music and the titles, and all that's great. If you have time to do that, go for it. Here's what I do. Here's what's been working for me. I edit sometimes. If I have the time, if I legit have the time, I will edit, and all I do is stick like something in the beginning, you know, with a little music and a title. I use iMovie on iMac, but there are programs for, you know, regular computers that you can do too. So you just have to pick it. You can Google how to do that. You can YouTube how to edit a movie with, and then whatever your program is, okay? It's going to help you. But I just take my Facebook Lives that I do, and I repurpose them and use them on YouTube. Now, I got really hung up like, oh, I need to edit every video, and I just don't have time. I just do not. Now, eventually, I want to train my daughter. She wants to know how to do videos for herself, so I figure she can learn by editing mine, and I'm going to pay her like a virtual assistant, maybe not as much, but, you know, she'll get like an allowance for it, and she'll learn a skill that she's going to be using for her own stuff anyway. And but I have just been taking my Facebook Lives and I put them on YouTube just the way they are. It doesn't take me 5 minutes. I upload it. I do some of the things I'm going to tell you in just a second. But I make sure in the title I say, in this Facebook Live, so that people know it's a Facebook Live, but I'm telling you this. Because the thing about YouTube is, if you're like, hit the hearts, make sure you comment, you know, make sure you share, and you're doing all your Facebook stuff, they'll go, huh? If they're on YouTube and they're not familiar with Facebook. But I just always put in the title, in this Facebook Live, I da-da-da-da-da. Or not the title, sorry, the description. Okay? So I let people know this is a Facebook Live recording that you're watching. And honestly, I have maybe a handful of edited videos. The rest are just my Facebook Lives. And that's how I grew my channel. So I had like 83 people, not very many, and it grew. I've got over 300 now just by putting my Facebook Lives over there. Because if you're doing a Facebook Live a week, throw it over on YouTube. I mean, it's just another audience of people you can possibly reach, and you've already spent the 20 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever doing the video. Stick it up over on YouTube. That's what I started doing. I was like, screw this. I'm not going to worry about editing everything. I'm just going to stick it over there and see what happens. Well, lo and behold, it worked. So don't feel like you have to edit. If you want to, great, go for it, but you don't have to. Okay. Titles are super important. So, you know, you want to use, there is a search, you can search on YouTube, right? So go on YouTube and search the thing that you're going to be talking about. How to da-da-da-da-da. How to make DIY lip scrub with essential oils. The more specific your title can get, they call it a long tail title, where you're not just like, how to make lip scrub. You can do DIY homemade peppermint lip scrub and see if things come up for that. And what will happen is YouTube will generate some ideas for you in the search bar, right? So if you're like, how to use a diffuser, I put that in yesterday and it said how to use a diffuser for essential oils, because there's also diffusers for your hair. So it gave me the idea to use that, right? So use the search feature. This is a huge tip that really helped me this year. Going in and searching things and seeing what YouTube generated for me and then using that as a title. And I also use that for my tags. So every video you can use keywords and tag. And I go in and I'll kind of research things and see, is there a lot of videos for this? Is there a lot of videos for this? And like, you know, I don't just do how to use essential oils. I might do how to use Young Living essential oils, how to use Young Living essential oils in a diffuser, how to use Young Living essential oils on the skin. There's, if you can get a little more specific and think about what would you type in to find your video? What are the words you would use? Then you put those in the search function and see what comes up, okay, in the search bar. And it will generate for you some ideas. So that's a huge, huge tip that I learned this past year, and really what helped me to get more specific on my keywords. And you can put, I think, I usually put 5 to 10 tags. So I take those keywords and there's a place for you to put them in and you can tag them. And I tell you the ones that do really well is like how to use lavender oil, how to use lavender essential oil, how to use Young Living lavender essential oil, like those kind of things. Like if you're showing lavender one day, there's lots of tags you can use for that, okay? And if you want somebody really good to follow who teaches this stuff, on YouTube is Sunny Lenarduzzi. And I will actually, when I post the recording of this, I'll put her name because that's a really long name. I'll put her name in the description. She teaches a lot of this for free on her YouTube channel. So she's awesome. All right. How-tos are popular, DIYs, teaching something, you know, how to use essential oils. We just covered that. So another thing you can do is go and comment on other people's videos. And that is really, really good to do to build like relationships over on YouTube, because some people will talk back to you and come and look at what you're doing. So people who would be like, now this has to be somebody that's actually active on YouTube, that might be somebody you would want to connect with, that you're like, oh, she would be great to work with. Then you would comment on their videos and have a conversation, okay? Just like you would on Facebook or anywhere else. And always respond to all of your comments. So if anybody ever comments on your videos, make sure you reply back to them. And the last tip is in your description, link to your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever you are, and all of, or if you have a website, anywhere you want to direct people to, put that in the description. And people will come over and find you on your Facebook, your Instagram, wherever you are. So those are all my YouTube tips. I hope I didn't overwhelm you. Y'all can unmute if you want. I have got to go potty because I drank a liter of water and I drank a huge protein complete shake. So y'all are going to talk and I'm going to come back after I pee. So I'll be right back. Go ahead and check.
Oh, Lord.
I'm driving.
What are they doing? Oh, yeah, I see you're driving, Jessica. Be safe.
Oh, no, I've got my phone down. I'm already parked where I'm going to be. I got to call AAA because I lost the keys to my truck.
Oh, no.
Eventful days. What's everybody else up to? Nothing?
Nothing really.
Who's on YouTube?
Do what?
Anybody have a YouTube account? I have one.
I do. It has nothing on it.
I used to vlog. I don't know if you remember that when Melody met me on Periscope, she went and checked out my YouTube channel.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, that was an adventure. I haven't posted on there in a long time.
I haven't done anything with you yet. I think I have one video on there, and it's not me. I did a video of my husband doing.
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Sorry, that was an emergency. Yeah, so I know Jess used to do YouTube. She's got some videos like when we first met. I went and I geeked out. I was like, let me see what this chick is about. I scoped her out on YouTube. Oh, I guess I could stop the recording. Did y'all have any questions real fast before I stop it? I know I went really fast, but like those are the main YouTube things to like start with. So was anything confusing? Or are you like, what?
No, it sounded good.
Okay, cool. To me. All right, let me stop this recording and then we can chat. Bye, everybody on the recording.